To a 13 ABC Action News special presentation, the Great Solar Eclipse Celebration, presented by Imagination Station. Now, here are Diane Larson, Lee Conklin, and Jay Birschbach.
And welcome everyone down to the Imagination Station, where the excitement is heating up as well as the weather heating up. It's kind of a sweaty one, I'll just say.
It is. It's Monday, but it feels like Friday, right?
Sure does.
It is truly a celebration, the likes of which we haven't seen in decades, right, Jay?
Yeah, folks out enjoying it, families down here. I've seen a lot of these, so if you got your hands on these, this is what you need to actually view what's going on above us. And so many people just looking up and in awe. It's halfway done. I mean, we're almost to the peak here in about 26 minutes, and it is amazing to actually see it in person. On TV, on a feed from the West Coast is great, but actually see it with your own eyes through an eclipse viewer, just something different about it.
Well, and if you are at home watching, you don't have eclipse glasses, then we have you covered. We have team coverage all over the area. Melissa Veitch is here, right behind us at Festival Park, where there is a huge crowd gathered.
And talking with all the folks, we've got Christian Brown at the Horizon Science Academy and over at the Challenger Center, which is a great learning place for kids. We have our meteorologist, other meteorologists from our team, Dan Zabosian, and also Ross Ellett.
Right. Ben Cathy over at UT.
Ben's at UT. I was at the Ritter Planetarium last week doing part of the story leading up to today, and they're expecting at least a few hundred people, if not a few thousand. He said it depended upon the weather. Alex Mack is in charge of that today, and he's like, a nice day, we're going to be really busy. And I heard they ran out of glasses this morning, so I'm guessing they're pretty busy over at UT.
And Mackenzie Keyline's inside the Imagination Station checking out the science. And speaking of science, we've got the chief science.
Yeah. And no one who knows more about this than the chief scientist, a physicist by trade, right? Right, Carl Nelson?
Thank you.
We're so proud to be partnering with the Imagination Station for this. And you mentioned to us, actually, on Conklin & Company yesterday, you were getting up around 2:30, 3 o'clock to be here at 4:30 this morning. We're almost to the big moment now.
We are. We're about 2/3 of the way towards our 85% maximum. And just like Jay said, when you look at the eclipse through these glasses, it's just an amazing sight. It's totally different than seeing something on the internet or just seeing an image of it. It's just startling.
And what about the field here? We have hundreds and hundreds of people here, and inside there are hundreds of kids moving about as well with great experiments too.
We've got the entire TSA down here, Toledo School for the Arts. Outside, it's like a giant festival. People are building the pinhole viewers. It's crazy. People are grabbing tubes and shoving them in boxes and trying to make viewers as quickly as they can. I don't even know how many of those things we made today, but everybody seems to have one out here in the field.
Yeah, and we mentioned first one since 1979, but only about 5 states in the Northwest were able to see part of that. But we understand it was a dreary day in the Great Northwest that day.
Right.
So this is much different here.
You know, the sun is peeking in and out of the clouds, so you're able to get a good view of it from time to time. Even with the pinhole viewers, I've looked at a lot of them. They look really great. You know, we're doing bubbles out here. We've got bags floating in the air. We've got food carts. It's like a festival. It's really, the energy level is really kind of crazy.
It is Festival Park
It
back
is,
there,
it
right?
is.
Carl, thanks very much. We'll talk to you again. We look forward to the big moment, right?
All right.
Right. And Festival Park is a lot of stuff happening. It smells really good. A lot of food trucks down there. I wonder if they have eclipse cookies. We'll have to send somebody to see. Melissa Veitch is down there, right?
I think so.
Leah and Diane, this is quite the festival atmosphere. I love these little girls. They've got Eclipse and Sunships and Orbit Gum and Milky Way. So you guys are really partying. What do you think? Did you look through the glasses yet? Have you seen it?
Yes, we have, and it's like really dark.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's kind of the point. It's really cool and it's really fun, huh?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
You guys are really getting into it, as everybody else is. Thank you so much, ladies. If you take a look back behind me, it is packed. The entire staircase here at Festival Park is packed. People taking the occasional glance up with their safety glasses. And then, Chris, if you go around here, we've got about 6 or 7 food trucks. A lot of people taking their lunch hours to see this event. And then behind us, toward the river, you've got a whole bunch of hands-on activities that are happening for the kids and for families, people making the pinhole viewers. It is really nice for downtown Toledo. Well over 1,000 people right in this area alone. So we'll continue to talk with them. People really enjoying this event. I'll throw it back to you guys. Lee and Diane?
All right, Melissa, thanks very much. What a lot of fun down here. You didn't know what to expect, and it's been a long time since we had an eclipse, so you know, we've never done this before, but this is really a great sense of community, like we're all coming together for this momentous occasion that we'll remember forever.
Yeah, memories for a lifetime. It's getting dimmer, and I don't think it's a cloud going by. It's actually getting dimmer because less sunshine is getting to us outside. Now, inside at the Imagination Station, there's a lot going on today as well. The place was packed. We have our own Mackenzie Keyline inside with a live update on what's going on through the doors behind us here. Mackenzie.
Inside, we can still get a glimpse of the solar eclipse. We have these kids looking through their handmade telescopes through a skylight here in the Imagination Station. And these kids actually had the chance to make these outside telescopes. And looking inside, you can actually see, go ahead and show us. If you line it up right there, you can actually see a glimpse of what the solar eclipse is. I have with me now a grandmother. I have Becky Runkle with us. And Becky, you brought your grandkids out here to kind of experience this eclipse.
I did. I remember seeing it when I was younger, but I don't remember seeing it as clear as we are today. And being here and looking up through that just is a neat feeling with everybody around and being a part of it all.
And you remember making one of these
Yes.
back in 1979.
Yes, I do. At Trilby School, and I don't know, I'm just glad they're sharing the same experience.
And so tell us, when you look inside there, what do you see?
I see it looks like a crescent because it looks like Captain Hook's hand because it's straight at the end and then it's hooked at the bottom.
So pretty neat stuff here these kids are experiencing inside the Imagination Station. And a lot of these kids here today are with Toledo School of the Arts. I have with me now the superintendent, Doug Mead. Doug, usually the Imagination Station not open on a Monday, but your students get a chance to be here and learn.
Oh, it worked out great. This is actually only our third day of classes, so it added a little chaos to what is already a bit of chaos, but Imagination Station is such a great partner for us. What a great opportunity to have our kids down here and to be able to involve with this. They're going to remember this forever. It's worked out fantastically. We've been thrilled.
All right, and why did you want your students to be a part of this and have this experience?
Well, because it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. They're only going to be able to do this every so often. And we didn't want this to be a situation where we either ignored it or just pretended it wasn't there. I mean, it's something they need to experience. So we were excited they're able to come out here and do this. And what a great atmosphere outside, and they'll experience the Imagination Station. Timing was fantastic.
All right, Doug Mead, superintendent of Toledo School of Arts, thanks so much. Again, inside Imagination Station, kids learning about the solar eclipse and safely viewing it inside here. Guys, we'll send things back to you.
All right, Mackenzie, thank you so much. And outside, yeah, a few clouds at times you saw with that live camera, but still decent opportunities to view this solar eclipse. Really neat stuff.
Yeah, it is really neat stuff, and actually it's helped cool down things just a little bit, hasn't it? And that was in the forecast, right? It was going to cool just a bit.
A little bit, yeah, for the next couple of hours, thanks to the clouds and the eclipse. And then once this is over, about 3:45, 4 o'clock, we're going to rise back up, almost hit 90 today. So if you want the cool weather, maybe go for a walk right now.
Okay, but don't look up without glasses, right?
Hey, we're coming back with more from the Great Solar Eclipse Celebration here on the CW, and of course an encore presentation on 13 ABC at 7 o'clock tonight. We'll be right back from the Imagination Station. Welcome back, everyone, to the Great Solar Eclipse Celebration live from the Imagination Station. We continue our coverage here on CW 13, and we're talking about the sun and the eyes and the skin and the protection with Robin Charney from ProMedica. Robin, great to see you.
Thank you.
On such a special day here today.
Oh, it's fantastic. There are thousands of people here, and we've been trying to keep them safe in the sun by passing out sunscreen today, because that's what they need.
Yeah, they need that. They need those good glasses, the ISO glasses as well. So we're going to talk about, in general terms now, protecting the skin. I think back in the 60s and 70s, people flocked to the beaches. They put on that coconut oil, the Crisco. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. But I think we're all learning, right?
Right.
You know, protection, right?
Right. So it is really important, and we've learned over the years that when you have children, you should have the sunscreen on them. They should have sunscreen on at all times when they're outside, even when they're in the shade, because the sun reflects up. And the parents can teach the children best about the sun and protecting themselves by being good stewards themselves. So set an example for your children, definitely.
Now, aside from today, this is an exception, obviously. That only happens once every many decades.
Yep.
So we have the ISO glasses, but in terms of just a regular bright sunny day, Jay said around 4 o'clock that sun comes back out, temperature goes back up.
Right.
So what are we talking about in terms of eye protection?
Yeah. Everyone should wear eye protection during the day, and you of course never want to stare into the sun. And it's so easy for us to talk about covering our skin, wearing a hat, but sometimes we forget to talk about the eyes. And so what happens is your eyes don't feel that pain. of the rays burning your retinas, because that's actually what's happening. You don't feel the pain, and over time it does damage the eyes.
Okay, so protection. That goes to the eyes and the skin, and things don't tend to show up till later in life as we get older. And,
That's right.
You know, we know all too well about what that sun can do. So, Robin, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it. Have some fun. We're getting closer to the big
I know it.
85.2% moment.
That's right. You know, we have a lot of scientists here with us. We not only have Carl Nelson, we have Chief Meteorologist Jay Birchback, Ross Ellett also, and standing by at the Challenger Learning Center out in Oregon, where a bunch of other scientists have gathered to tell us more about it. Ross?
Yeah, a lot of scientists, a lot of young scientists out here as well. In fact, we've got about 100 fourth graders out here alone, and then we've also had some parents bringing their children here. Some schools haven't started yet, and so it's been a really interesting learning day here. Take a look here over my left shoulder. We've got about 100 of these kids here lined up right now. Fourth graders. They've got their pinhole viewers, they've got their glasses on, and they're checking everything out right now. Actually, they're also checking our thermometer. We've got it actually over there in the shade, and that's kind of an interesting story too. We started off at 88. That's an unofficial temperature, but 88 degrees. It's dropped down to 84, so it's cooled down 4 degrees. I do also have with me David Caro and his entire family here. Now, school hasn't started for your kids yet, but this is still a big learning day for you guys.
It is. It's a great experience for the girls. They haven't been able to come out and see one of these. Obviously, they weren't born back then, but this will be their first experience, and we're looking forward to the next one that passes right over us in 24.
Yeah, that'll be very exciting. What do you guys think about this?
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Are you excited?
Yeah.
And what do you think so far?
It's just really cool because we've never seen one before.
And it kind of has that kind of an eerie glow already. I mean, the sunlight is definitely reduced. It doesn't feel like a normal afternoon.
No, and you can feel it's cooling down here already a little bit. Before it was almost unbearable in the sun, but
that's right, it was.
It's getting cooler here, and we're just here to have a good time and enjoy this together.
And it's a family event for you guys.
It is, yeah.
And certainly, thank you, and enjoy school when it starts up. But this is a great learning adventure out here.
Thank you.
Yeah, great learning adventure, and you can see a lot of kids out here. We'll continue to keep you updated from the Challenger Learning Center. We'll send it back.
Thanks, Ross. I think he said goodbye for now. It's very loud down here, and so, you know, but it's if you're just now tuning in and you're like, oh no, I missed all the fun at the beginning of the hour, like you said earlier, we are rebroadcasting this live tonight. We're not live, it'll be taped at 7 o'clock on 13 ABC.
Okay, weather holding out so far here. We're looking live with our safety filter cameras and our glasses. Some clouds have moved in at times, even a few showers up to our north and south. If you're watching from Findlay, Lima area, a few showers have popped up. So let those pass. Between those clouds, we are seeing a great view, which is now about 10 minutes, 12 minutes away from the peak. 227. Right? So folks, it only gets better for the next 12 minutes, and it is getting just darker in general after. So weird stuff. I love it. And we'll be right back after the break.
We will. The Great Solar Eclipse Celebration continues from the Imagination Station downtown. Back in a minute.
Welcome back, everybody, as our special eclipse celebration coverage continues. And I'm joined right now by Kelly Maluski from the Metro Parks to tell us more about what you folks are doing to celebrate this historic day.
So it's pretty interesting. You can come view the eclipse today for what we have left at any of our 14 Metro Parks. We have a downtown presence here at Middle Grounds, just under the high-level bridge. Tonight, I just was told that it is full. We have a waiting list. We do a new moon hike tonight. But tomorrow at Swan Creek, there is a 5K run at night. That'd be something that you can come out and do and enjoy Metro Parks kind of in the park after dark to see what it's like then. But we're just outside enjoying this neat thing and partnering with the Imagination Station today, and we're really happy to be here.
Now, we've heard that some of the birds might stop chirping at the peak of the eclipse. Are you guys anticipating that?
It'll be interesting. We'll see what happens. It might happen. We might hear some crickets and some night insects maybe singing, but we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Is this going to freak out the animals at all? I usually see deer when I'm walking through Wildwood. Will they come out because they're dusk to dawn kind of animals, right?
Correct, yep. It's hard to say. We'll have to see what happens. It's not too much different than maybe a storm passing through, so they might not even notice.
Now, what do you think so far about the eclipse?
It's
getting really eclipsy right now.
It's getting very eclipsy right now. It's been really fun. We've had a great time, and we're glad to be here.
Oh, well, thanks so much for spending some time with us and sharing this day with the Imagination Station and all of us who love the Metro Parks. Kelly Maluski, thanks so much for being with us. And this really is getting eclipsy. I think I trademarked that, right?
A little bit murky out here right now.
It is.
Now we're getting a little bit of sunshine. We're getting ever closer to the, not the full totality, the path of great totality. That's in that 70-mile swath.
But we're at about 80%,
85,
right?
yeah, something like that. Yeah, we're getting very close to that moment when we're going to have the full impact, at least for us here in Northwest Ohio.
Right, 227 is what they're saying, and I just glanced up, but I'm not actually looking at the eclipse. There's an overhang here, and I have my trusty 13 ABC eclipse glasses. It's a good look, huh?
Yeah, it is a fantastic look. That's right. So we're going to continue this now. We're getting closer to the big moment. We hope that folks will stay with us, and as you said, if you perhaps are not able to get outside, and watch it, just keep watching us. We've got great vantages from all over the country.
And we are live streaming on 13abc.com. So if you're near a computer, you can watch this program as well. Although if you're watching us right now, you already know that we're on.
All right, Diane's streaming it from her phone right now in front of us as well. So we're going to continue. Stay with us. The Great Solar Eclipse Celebration from the Imagination Station continues right after this.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Jay Burschbach. We are live outside of the Imagination Station, just a few minutes away now from the peak of the eclipse. It is great. Clouds have come and gone, but still dry in the Glass City. And just down the road here from us at the University of Toledo, we have meteorologist Ben Cathy for a big event going on there right near the Ritter Planetarium. Ben?
Hey, we're live outside of the Ritter Planetarium for the Eclipse 2017. The school year doesn't actually start until next week. Move-in is not until Thursday, but a packed house, standing room only. If you're wondering if you want to stop by, this is a free event open to the public, not just for part of the university, but the glasses are gone. They were on sale for a nominal fee of only $3. They said up until 8 days ago, they couldn't even give away the glasses. And yet now UT has alone distributed more than 3,000 pairs. Now these are my 13ABC glasses. These are the ISO safe for those of you that already have these to look up at the eclipse, and the cloud cover has departed. Now what we've got going on, specially kitted out, free to use eclipse telescopes with those solar lenses, much like these. You can actually look up, but it's flipped, right? It's a telescope. In McMaster Hall behind me, they're showing a view from totality across the country, which is really cool. More than 250 people alone in there earlier. And then this, the solar array. Last time we had a reduction in solar power back in 1994, and now the physicists from UT are trying that out again just to see how much of a dip they take. And get this, we talked to the Associate Planetarium Director, Alex Mack. He said last time we hit totality back in 94, well, the birds didn't know what to do. They flew back to their nests and started squawking like it was dawn. Much more coming up from Ritter live in a few minutes. Live now from UT, I'm Ben Cathy. Lee, Diane, back to you.
All right, Ben, thanks very much. We are 3 minutes away from the peak of the eclipse right here in Toledo, Ohio.
The big moment, and we just took a look literally seconds ago, and very cool sighting there. One of the things about this event, which doesn't happen, it comes along every couple of decades or even longer than that span, is that it brings a community together in terms of learning and in terms of youth who have never had a chance to experience anything like this.
Right, and Christian Brown is standing by at Horizon Science Academy with that aspect. Christian.
Hey there, we're joining you live from Horizon Science Academy, where the students are actually coming outside in shifts in order to take a view of the solar eclipse. Lucky for them that their school leaders purchased 600 solar eclipse glasses so that they could come out and view this historic event. And as you can see, many of them have their glasses on and they're taking a look at the sun and they're enjoying what they're seeing. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
What do you think about the solar eclipse?
It's pretty good. I mean, you're not going to get one in about 7 years, and the last really good one was in about 99 years.
So it's pretty cool? Mm-hmm. Okay, what do you think?
I think that it's cool how when you look at it, it's like the moon and the sun right there.
That's pretty cool. What about you?
I think that the solar eclipse is pretty amazing because when you see it, it's like really like dark in the glasses, and it's like really, really cool to see it.
Oh my God, thank you guys so much for having me today. All right, back to you.
All right, Christian, thanks much. And we are back in just a moment with more on our solar eclipse celebration. Don't go away, the peak coming up.
Welcome back, everyone. We're live at the Great Solar Eclipse Celebration, the Imagination Station, with Diane Larson and Chief Meteorologist Jay Burschback. And Diane and I have been studying up on the eclipse and eclipse of past, but it's really nice to have the science guys who can really break it down for us.
Absolutely. We're getting the peak right now. They're playing Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire right here at the Imagination Station.
And it's perfect. Big gray cloud just came over the head, but now we have a batch of clearing at least over downtown Toledo. So this is as good as it gets. And it's beautiful, about 80 to 85% coverage. And it is eerily dusk out here. Isn't it kind of dusky?
A little bit.
All right, so anyway, but we do have a team out there, as you mentioned, of scientists throughout the area. We have Dan Zabosian and Ross Ellett out in Oregon, and they're with a group of kids and adults talking about the eclipse. So guys, are the clouds over you now that we're over us? How are skies over you?
Well, that's actually pretty clear outside. It's kind of passing and going, but certainly enough visibility to get good views. It's a good thing that it's lasting a long duration. So, you know, a cloud comes by, but then it clears up, then you get a nice view at it. So it's not something you have to stare at for a really duration-feel effect of exactly what's going on.
I think we were just talking, I think the most dramatic thing, at least from us out here, that we've felt would be the temperatures, which we've been watching. Actually, there's a group of fourth graders right now just actually hovering over the thermometer that we have over in the shade, but it's dropped 7 degrees, of course unofficial, but from 88 down to 81. Also, we just got a loud applause here for Mother Nature from a lot of the kids and also teachers out here too.
Yeah, we got about almost 100 fourth graders. Even the teachers have noticed the significance. So it's a learning experience and a viewing experience at the same time. And it's really cool to be here with the kids seeing and being excited. And it's just a great thing. I'm sure they're going to get inspired. Maybe we got some future scientists over there in the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, behind me, so many kids. It almost got.
So what are you seeing out there, Jay?
I think more silent. I think the kids, the adults are really focused on the eclipse right now, with it being the peak. And got a nice email from a viewer in Adrian that the mourning doves started their cooing, the crickets started chirping, and the dogs started barking as the peak came through. So if you're feeling a little bit weird right now, might be your animal instincts thinking, why is it getting dark at 2:30 in the afternoon? So pretty crazy stuff. So thank you so much, guys, from out in Oregon. You're doing a great job. You've been there all morning long. So keep up the good work. And Lee and Diane are with me here. And what do you guys think? What do you think about the eerie feel? Do you guys feel a little tingle at the back of your neck or anything like that?
No, I thought it'd be darker because I just took a peek and it seems like it's going away now, right?
A little bit, around the other side of it a little bit.
Right, right. And we were also understanding the last time there was an eclipse that we saw was an annular eclipse. And the difference between that and the solar eclipse is?
The position of the moon, the earth, and the sun. Basically, an annular, you can see that ring of fire rather than just the corona. So the moon is a little bit farther from us, so you can see the sun around it. When the moon is closer to us, it covers the whole sun itself, and that's when we have folks down near Nashville, St. Louis seeing night conditions. The stars come out. It is nearly pitch black for a few minutes. So that's a total eclipse, which this is, but we're too far away from it, so it's a partial eclipse for us this time.
Almost looks like 6, 7 o'clock at this time of the year right now.
Sure, dusk. Yes, for us, by the way, if you didn't watch the special Friday or the report, 2024, we'll have a total eclipse right here when it does get dark and the stars come out. So if you're missing this today, watching us, we appreciate it, but next big chance, we'll be in the epicenter, 2024.
And then after that, well, 99?
99.
Wait, we better take our vitamins.
Good luck with that. Get some sleep. Make sure you sleep, vitamins, drink lots of water.
Okay, all right, Jay, thanks much. We're going to be back in just a moment, taking a quick break and continuing our coverage of the eclipse. Welcome back, everyone. I'm joined now by Michelle Gasser from the Toledo Lucas County Public Library, which we think of books, and I'm sure this is a peak moment as we have the peak eclipse for learning and science, but you're more than just books, aren't you?
We are. We are really excited about our maker spaces right now. people not only learn things at the library, but they do things. And one of the things that I'm excited about is 3D printing. And I brought a couple little examples of things. There's a coaster set, and there's a vase. These are made on a 3D printer. And you can make pretty much anything that you can design or find online. So that's really fun. We have 3D printers at Main Library, Oregon, West Toledo, and King Road. And when the new Sylvania is renovated, they'll have one as well.
Now that sounds like science fiction almost, a 3D printer. And I've never understood the concept that it's not like a printer that you use to print out your reports from the library, right?
Right. Basically, it takes a very thin piece of plastic and melts it and just kind of goes around and builds layers, and it just creates your object.
Have you used it?
Oh yeah, I'm actually Main Library's 3D print liaison, so I do it every day.
Okay, you're the master printer there, right?
I try.
And this necklace, did you make that there?
Actually, my wonderful coworker Mary made this for today, so no, this is not 3D printed. This is just good old basic paint.
Okay, all right, well from the library, all kinds of stuff you can do, not just books, all kinds of interesting technology and hands-on stuff at the library.
Absolutely.
All right, Michelle, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much.
And boy, we're learning all kinds of stuff, aren't we?
I love that. Michelle just has to put her necklace in the top drawer, the junk drawer, bring it out in 7 years, and she's good to go, right?
Junk?
No, not the top drawer.
Right.
The top drawer. She is top drawer.
Right, and we have been talking to all of our folks all throughout the area who are paying attention to what's going on. We've had Imagination Station staff outside with us, right?
Right, and inside, all sorts of things related to the eclipse. Our Mackenzie Keyline stationed there for hours now, still with those kids who are a bundle of energy. Mackenzie.
Even inside here, we can still see the eclipse through a skylight, and we're seeing lots of kids here using their makeshift telescopes that they've been making outside and even looking through their proper glasses to get a glimpse of the solar eclipse. And I am joined here by Emily Garcia with Imagination Station. Emily, this has just been such a fun day for these kids, a lot of them coming from school just to learn more about the solar eclipse.
Yeah, we had so many kids come in today. All of TSA was able to join us and watch this awesome event. We made solar viewers, we had solar smoothies, we did giant bubbles, we had so much going on. Not to mention we had over 7 food trucks and music playing throughout the day.
And behind you we can actually see some of these makeshift telescopes that kids are using here, and this has really been a learning experience for them. That was the goal. Typically the Imagination Station not open on a Monday, but you really wanted to be a part of this.
Yeah, you know, this is something that's so rare that we had to be open, we couldn't not be. And you know, our solar viewers, our glasses went by so quickly that this was still a safe way for them to view the eclipse, but then also get involved with it as well.
And you said you're already planning for the next one.
Oh yeah, 2024, it'll be here soon enough.
All right, Emily, thanks so much.
Thanks.
Again, inside, kids are safely viewing what is left of the solar eclipse here inside the Imagination Station. Lee, Diane, back to you.
All right, Mackenzie, thanks very much. And I looked up at the eclipse with my special protective glasses, and the sun, Jay's with us too, the sun looked almost like a crescent moon.
Right, the reverse of
Yeah.
what we're used to seeing, and it really is neat. Think of the 3 things in space right now lined up. You've got the sun, millions of miles away, the moon and the earth, all in one straight line, and we're in the shadow of the moon. And to predict it thousands of years in advance, again. It is, yes, boom, there it goes. So it's amazing. Yes, the peak is now behind us. Still eerily twilighty out here, and this goes through 348. So you'll notice more and more the brightness slowly coming back, and once we hit 348, back to normal.
No, can wait. 2024, and good, we can promise somebody a moon shadow then, right?
That's correct.
We'll channel that.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, we have Mackenzie inside. Melissa Bates has been outside behind us here at Festival Park, where it is the festive nature of the Great Solar Eclipse Celebration. She's standing by to talk to folks who are enjoying the big event. Melissa.
Absolutely, Lee. I mean, Chris, go ahead and take a shot at this crowd. It has been, ever since the eclipse started at 2:27, this cool breeze has started to come in, which has been so appreciated. It is a very, very hot day, and things just sort of lightened up, and everybody kind of quietly looks at the sky. You know, it's interesting. You wonder how solar energy would be affected by this event. Jay Lake from First Solar joins us, and it does disrupt. It really disrupts things.
Absolutely. I think across the country, we're looking at an average of about a 50% reduction in power during the event itself, give or take, depending on where you're at. But We've had to plan for that. We've had to partner with some of the local utilities where we have our installations to make sure that we offset that loss in power, and then also partner in that when the eclipse finishes, we're going to have a spike back up, and we have to back off the power that we're using during the eclipse.
That is a lot of engineers working, a lot of math, a lot of time, a lot of hours, because I mean, you just think about that without blowing the system.
Yeah, it's, you know what, we have a bunch of really, really smart STEM associates that work for us. There's a reason we were voted the 12th most intelligent company in the world by Forbes magazine, and it's because we have those people that are able to plan for these things, make the calculations, and make sure that we don't skip a beat.
Yeah, and it's interesting when it comes to Mother Nature, there's always that margin of error that you have to put in there too, right? Because she's going to do what she wants sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, nobody can plan for everything, but we do our best to plan as much as we can.
It's really exciting to see. Very cool stuff. Thank you so much, Jay Light from First Solar. Alice, well, back to you, Lee and Diane.
All right, Melissa, thanks very much. We were just talking to Jay asking where the closest place to us was in the path of totality.
Yeah.
And I guess I should have said the closest place without clouds.
Right, yeah. Southwest Illinois, a good place, although they had some clouds today. St. Louis, Missouri, a big city you know about. Nashville, they had a great path. And really from Portland, Oregon, all the way to South Carolina. That's why this is such a big deal. Since 1918, we haven't had one cross the whole country that was a total solar eclipse. And we're in store for that 2024. That one will come at us from Texas. We'll be on the northern fringe of it. And interesting, parts of like Sylvania Township, westward, won't be in the totality zone. Well, areas like West Toledo, Ottawa Hills, Toledo, points south and east.
Right here.
Yeah, in the path. So the Maumee River, give or take a few miles, the divider from totality and not totality.
Already today, you can tell that the western part of our Lucas County will get a glancing blow.
To the street, to the backyard, to the front yard. That's why this science is so amazing. You're seeing the moon blocking the sun, and they can figure that for 2024, 2099, 2713. It's all calculations, physics, astrophysics, science, dynamics, and atmospheric effects too. The sun does, or the atmosphere bends the sunlight, so they got to factor that in too, to where that shadow is going to end up on the ground.
And such an interesting thing for the solar power industry as well to see how this affects that.
Yeah, a little blip on their map. I mean, you felt the cool wind here, so the drop in the amount of radiation coming in drops off more than just a cloudy day. So pretty amazing. It's all connected. Yeah.
We love to break it down in terms of, there are a lot of smart cookies calculating what's still to come. I was going to say, holy smokes.
Geniuses with really good computers, and they know how to use them. Yeah.
All right, we're back with more coverage of our special Olympic eclipse celebration.
Welcome back, everyone. Our coverage of the Great Solar Eclipse Celebration continues live from the Imagination Station here on the CW13. Lee Conklin, Diane Larson, Chief Meteorologist Jay Burschbach. So the big moment has come and gone, but still the party atmosphere continues.
It does, yes. We're on the other side. We're over the hill, if you will. So now the daylight will come back. Temperatures will start to rise again, and any birds, animals that were acting a little bit weird should go back to however weird they are normally, yeah. So, but quite a festive event. Still a lot of families out here looking up as we're seeing the moon now across the other side of the sun and reveal the right side as it's moving to us, looking like it's going to the left, pretty much.
It's been a huge boon for educators, especially at the Horizon Science Academy, and that's where Christian Brown has been stationed all morning long. Christian.
We're joining you live from Horizon Science Academy, where they're taking in the solar eclipse. Tell me about what you saw.
Well, it was a truly amazing experience, one in a lifetime, definitely. I plan to actually go visit the total eclipse at one point, so I think it really is just one in a lifetime.
Absolutely. What about you?
It was totally amazing. It looked like a weird-shaped pumpkin.
Weird-shaped pumpkin. Well, luckily for you guys, their student body, they were all given 600 glasses to take in the solar eclipse, so that's what they're doing right now. And did you guys enjoy the experience? All right, well, we got one more thing that we're supposed to say.
Regresamos contigo. Back to you, Jay.
That was horrible. Jay, you're just
tossing it back to you, Jay. That was who? Malika, right?
Yes, Malika, thank you so much. It is great. It is a great educational experience because it's science, but it's not just classroom science. It's getting outside. It's actually seeing it with your own eyes. So these, really a great tool to have today. So we also have our team members out to the east of us. We've got sunshine here, temperature now rising back up. It's getting warm again. Let's head into Oregon now. Here's Dan Zabosian with a live update. Dan?
Yeah, good afternoon, guys. As you can see, not as big of a crowd as we had just a few moments ago, but we have a young scientist in the making that's sticking around. We got Max here. He's been viewing the solar eclipse. He's 5 years old, and you were talking to me about the solar eclipse earlier. Kind of go over what you were telling me, what you saw. I'll hold it for you.
The eclipse was yellow and the sun was under the moon.
It was.
So that makes the moon yellow, and then both of them are yellow.
Yeah, it looked yellow. The sun looks yellow, and so you got your nice solar eclipse glasses there. Can you put them on for me and take a look and see, kind of describe what you're seeing right now when you look at the sun? Make sure you got your glasses on. What do you see? How does it look?
Good.
It looks good. Is it kind of cool?
It's still there.
It's still there, yeah. See, he's still enjoying it. A lot of people left, but it is still going on here. You can still view it. It's still about 3:48 is when it'll finally completely pass over the sun. And just a great experience here. Everyone got to view it together, and I was glad to be a part of it here at the Challenger Center. And I'll send it back to you guys for the rest of the show.
All right, Dan, thanks very much. And we've been enjoying the music down here. We heard Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire. Bill Withers, we think, Ain't No Sunshine.
Bill Withers, yeah.
Ain't No Sunshine when she's gone. Now that we're hearing Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA.
Us. Bringing it back full circle with Bruce Springsteen, and that's where we are now with this event, right? It comes back full circle on the other side.
Yeah, the moon.
So to
See what you
speak.
did there.
Moon continues to move on, and we can look forward now for our big event in 2024. Once we hit 3:48, of course, when the eclipse officially ends in Northwest Ohio.
And as I said before, it's looking like the sun is a crescent moon.
Yes.
With our special glasses.
Exactly. And you'll see more and more. The crescent will get bigger and bigger, and eventually goes back to its normal sphere, ball-sized, and again, we can talk about this for years. And so many kids, so many families here in Oregon, at UT, at home. I know many communities had viewing parties, and just one of those events you look back in 10, 20, 30 years and say, remember that? Remember in 2017, that eclipse? That was pretty cool.
2,600 miles across the country.
Yeah, the whole country.
State of Oregon down to South Carolina.
Yep.
And our coverage of the Great Solar Eclipse Celebration continues here on the CW13 and 13 ABC, 7 o'clock tonight. We're back at this point.
Welcome back, everyone. The last few minutes of our special on the total eclipse as it now is leaving our area, but still a lot to be seen and a lot of fun to be had.
You know, when Ben Cathy was saying, when we were talking about the science guys, he said, what about me, right? He's over at the Ritter Planetarium. He's been there throughout the afternoon and into the late morning, and folks have been lining up, or were lining up well before the big moment. And Ben Cathy standing by near the Ritter Planetarium. Ben.
Hey, Lee and Diane, we're saving some of the best stuff for last year at the Ritter Planetarium. We have passed on the peak of totality, 82% here in Toledo, but the good news is we've got about an hour left until 3:48. The sun is back out, the ISO glasses are still working, and we've got a lot of viewing left to go. The crowd thinning here at the Ritter a little bit, but they've got these telescopes set up with these special lens as well, and you can look through it. Obviously, it's a telescope, so you see a reversal, but it is so neat. Hey, I'm so excited for you to catch our newscast tonight on 13 ABC Live, because we talked to some new commuter students who are getting their first view, at least that they can remember. Keep in mind, the last eclipse in Toledo was 23 years ago. These are 18-year-olds seeing this for the first time through some fresh eyes, and we'll have much more coming up tonight on Action News. Still a lot of fun going on in McMaster, and you'll be able to catch this all again with our encore presentation live tonight after the early newscast. Live right now at Ritter, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy for 13 ABC Action News. We're going to send it back east on Dorr Street. Jay, Lee, and Diane, back to you.
All right, Ben, thank you very much. We're listening to I Wear My Sunglasses at Night, the artist.
Corey Hart, are you kidding?
He got it right off the bat.
Absolutely.
You're too cool, right? Yeah. Too cool for cool. But hey, we're still seeing the eclipse. It's not over just yet, 3:48. We have a live picture from right here at the Imagination Station, and you can see now the right half is the sun, left half is the moon as it's moving to your left. So that's the way it'll be exiting, stage left, and eventually by 4 o'clock. That'll be it.
And if somebody's just like, oh, darn, I missed it, you have another chance in hopefully all of our lifetimes.
Correct. 2024, which in space years, think of the universe, to only 7-year wait, or less than 7 years, that is nothing. And this next one, we are in the path of totality, basically from West Toledo to about southeast Michigan, eastward, Cleveland, Columbus, maybe Pittsburgh, and it curves down to Texas, so it'll be a big deal. I mean, think how big it was this time, not in totality. So people will be flocking here, visiting, vacationing, making that bucket list trip to say, I want to see a total eclipse, and won't be driving to somewhere, it'll be people driving here.
Hotels, restaurateurs salivating at what will happen in 7 years from now.
Yes, and that date, let me get it right here, I wrote it down, will be, got it written down.
Right here, Jay.
April 8th, 2024. You think I've looked at that enough this week. April 8th, 2024, folks. Thanks,
It's
Diane.
notoriously cloudy, though, in April, so we're going to have to cross our fingers for that, right?
A little colder than today as well.
Yes.
So we'll do our best. We'll put the order in now for a clear day and see how it works out.
Well, that about does it for us for our coverage of the solar eclipse celebration. A lot of folks have gone home. The sun's coming back out. I guess it's over here.
Getting on with their afternoon and their evening. That means we're going back to work. We'll see you on Action News at 5, 5:30, 6, and 11. Much more coverage on the Great Solar Eclipse Celebration. And you can see this broadcast, this presentation, again, coming up at 7 o'clock on 13 ABC.
For Lee Conklin, Jay Birchback, our entire team, and all the hardworking men and women at 13 ABC, I'm Diane Larson. Have a great day.
This has been a special presentation of 13 ABC Action News. We hope you've enjoyed the Great Solar Eclipse Celebration, presented by Imagination Station. 13 ABC. This is home.